Hey guys, this is Eliot Marshall, former UFC fighter, and this is the Gospel of Fire, where we're going to go through the fire to learn the best way to live our life. All right, guys, here we are. Eliot Fire Marshall. Eliot Marshall. I'm the Fire Marshal. That was what I was as a UFC fighter. Today, I'm just Eliot Marshall, and it's episode number 1 of the Gospel of Fire. We're gonna preach the gospel. I don't know if it's right, just like any other gospel, but this is what I do. This is how I try to inspire people to find their power, and that's what this is going to be all about. It's going to be all about finding your power. So a little quick intro on me. Grew up in New Jersey, moved to Colorado, done martial arts my whole life, graduated with a bachelor's degree in mathematics, and now I just do like basic addition, subtraction. Every once in a while, I got to find a percentage and shit like that. But so you could say I wasted my time in college, but hell no, man, nothing's a waste of time. It puts you on the journey that you're here, that where you are here and now. So hell yeah, went to college, did that. While I was in college, did some Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, did a lot of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu because I'd done martial arts my whole life growing up. At the end of my New Jersey career, or my New Jersey life, I would say, I got into Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, moved out to Colorado, and met Amal Easton. I met Amal in a mall. Yeah, I know that's a little tricky, but that's how it went down, and then the rest is history. The rest is history. We competed a lot in Jiu-Jitsu. Google me. Just Google it. You can find all the stuff that I've done, and went on to fight in the UFC. And now I'm an entrepreneur. Went into business with my jiu-jitsu teacher Amal, and now we own 6 locations. We are the owner operators of 6 locations in the Colorado area. But that is not why I'm here. I'm here so that everyone can learn and understand that they can fucking do this. That you can do this. And what this is I don't know. It's whatever you want. You want it to be your life? Yeah, it's your fucking life. You want it to be your business? Yeah, it's your business. It doesn't matter what this is. That doesn't matter. Just know that you can do it. Know that you can do it because I did it, and I'm not special. There's nothing special about me. Not a single thing is special. I'm just a red-blooded American from a diverse background that just wakes up every day and gets after it. That's what we do. That's what I do. That's all I do. As I just wake up every day and get after it. But where I want to start today is a little bit of what I would call my breakdown, my spiritual awakening / holy fuck, I almost lost my shit. I retired from the UFC in 2011, and I went literally, I think my last fight was the 29th, something like that. Yeah, the 29th of October 2011, let's just say. And then on the 31st of October 2011, I looked at the building that I purchased to move what was an existing small jiu-jitsu school into this 10,000 square foot space. And we did that, and we ended up buying that building, took a big risk, bought the building, and then moved what was a small jiu-jitsu school, and we made like a fitness, we had a fitness area, kickboxing, Muay Thai. We were going to blow it up. We were going to blow up the Denver martial arts scene. And we did it. And then we decided to do the same thing in Boulder a couple of years later, and we did that too. And it was just absolutely amazing. Every single thing about it was great. Everything. My life was amazing. I had an amazing life, going on vacations, everything. Like it was great. And then I come back from Hawaii on a vacation, 2 weeks on the beach in Maui, and I don't sleep for 5 days. And what the fuck? Literally, what the fuck? Losing it, just absolutely losing it. And then I didn't even know where to go. I couldn't even look at my kids because I was so scared. Like, holy shit, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? How am I going to fix this? How, all of those questions, just absolutely losing my mind. And I was just lost. I was lost. Luckily for me, I had some great support. I had the support of a great family. I had the support of phenomenal friends, and I had the support of great doctors and therapists that got me through, that helped get me through that time. And the beautiful thing about it is I'll never be through that time. And I don't want to be. Because what that time brought me or got me to was what I like to call WTF versus WTF. What the fuck versus why the fuck. And everybody always likes to say, what the fuck? You know, like what the fuck am I going to do today? What am I going to do today? How am I going to do it? But it's the wrong W. It should be why the fuck. Why the fuck am I going to do this? Why? And this is the biggest question. We have to figure out our why. Why are you doing this? And this is called your vision. And this is how I figured out my vision. My vision came through a breakdown, through an absolute breakdown where I was just crushed. Like I said, crushed. I could barely stand up in front of my students and teach jiu-jitsu. I could barely do it, but I knew I had to. I knew I had to because that's the lessons that jiu-jitsu taught me. So, man, I got up there and I just taught. I showed up every day, didn't miss any of my classes. Maybe I missed a couple. I don't know. And during this breakdown and just taught and trained and tried to do everything that I was trying to do. No sleep still. Man, when I say no sleep, I'd be up. Let me tell you what no sleep meant. Let me tell you how bad my anxiety was. My anxiety was so bad that I could take two prescription sleeping pills and a Xanax and stay awake through all of that shit. And I'm sure a lot of you have been there. I'm sure some of you are there right now. Know that you can get through it. The way you're going to get through it is a why the fuck. A why the fuck am I doing this? What is going to be at the very, very top? What is going to be like your God? And that's why this is going to be called this. That's why this podcast is called The Gospel. What is going to be called? I'm not going to preach any religion. I believe that there's a greater power out there. Let's call it God. That's great. You can call it whatever. You can call it whatever the fuck you want. But I don't subscribe to any particular religion. I don't try not to follow any. The only doctrine that I follow is the one that said that Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu teaches, but that's about it. But there's no rules to it, so I don't like rules too much. So that so yeah, man. Call it whatever you want, this higher power. And this higher power, for those of you that are religious, your God has to be at the top. I think it goes something like God, family, something. I don't know what else it goes, however the fuck that goes. But anyway, so I found this thing that was at the top for me, that nothing could supersede. And that thing at the top for me was I have to be the best parent possible. I have to be the best parent possible because I have these two little boys. I have an 8-year-old and he's going to be 5 in a month and a half, something like that. And man, they're amazing. They're amazing. And rather than be scared and all of that, my wife looked at me one day after I think 2 days of no sleep. And she just said, why don't you just go do your day like you normally would if you slept? And I was like, all right, what would I do? And I went and did it. And that from that day forward, I found this this why the fuck am I here? And I'm here to be the best parent possible. And that's so important. This why. Everyone likes the what, whether you're running a business, whether you're trying to be a champion, everyone likes, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to be. It's the wrong word. It's got to be a why. Has to be a why. It can't be a what. It has to be a why. Because once you have your why, all you've got to do is point everything you do in your life back to it. So now you can start, once you have the why, now you can start asking what, how, when, where, all these other questions, because it lines up with your why. So for me, it was best parent possible. And that sounds so easy, or so, not so easy, so simple. Like, how is that a vision? Best parent possible. Doesn't everyone want to be the best parent possible? Well, of course. If you're a good, decent human being, you want to be the best parent possible. If you have kids. I guess if you don't have kids, then yeah, you have to find a different vision. So my next question was a how question. How do I be the best parent possible? How does that happen? And what do I do? And I had to take a hard look at that. It's like, man, So I can tell my kids what to do all the time. Kane and Simon, do this, do that, do this, do that, just that, just boom. Always telling them what to do or show, and then I decided that wasn't right. No one likes to be told what to do. Not even little kids. They don't like it. They do it, but they don't like it. That's not how the best learning takes place. So I decided that the best way to be the best parent possible was to demonstrate to them I need to be the best adult so they can just go, okay, that's what I do. You see what my dad does? You see what he does? That's what I have to do. So that means a lot of things. That means I have to be the best husband because I have a wife and I want them to be a great, great husband to their wives, or, if they have a husband, whatever it is, I could care less. So yeah, either one. What does that make me do? That makes me argue with my wife less. That makes me, when my wife pisses me the fuck off, as every spouse does, how should I deal with her? How should I deal with that problem? Should I deal with it by me popping off and being an asshole right back because I'm mad? No, I don't think that's what I would want my child to do. And I'm not saying I'm perfect. Let's be real clear here. Yeah, I pop off sometimes. Everyone does. I'm human. I make mistakes. But that's again something to work on. That's something to work on, because this vision that I have, this best parent possible, I don't know when I'm going to achieve it. You tell me. That's what a vision is. A vision is something in the future that you don't know that you're going to get to. So I don't know that I'm going to get to the best parent possible. So every time I make a mistake, I can just own my mistake. I can just say, oh, yep, fuck that one up. Fuck that one up. Why? Why did I fuck that one up? Oh, not the best, not demonstrating to my children what the best human being, the best male adult looks like. And that's not misogynistic. Please don't start fucking everyone. Don't go there. I have 2 boys. I have to show them what a male adult looks like. If you're a lady and you have females, or if you're a male and you have daughters, you have to show your children what the best female looks like. You have some other things to do, right there, and it might be different. It might be different for each person. I don't know. So yes, I have 2 boys, so I have to show them what the best adult male looks like, because that's what I am. It's a little easier for me because they're boys and I'm a boy. For my wife, it might be harder. What else do I have to do? I have to work. It's okay to work. It's okay. That's what the best parent possible looks like. Because every day you wake up and you have something to do, but you have something to do that lines up with your why. So every day I go to work. And every day I'm working. Every day. Take a day off, of course, but we work. What else do? We do the laundry. We clean. We cook. We show love. We show weakness. We show vulnerability. I do all of these things. Every single one of these things. Why? Because that's what I want my boys to look like. I want my boys to be aware of what it's like to be sad and move past it. I want my boys to be aware of what it's like to be mad and move past it. I want my boys to know what it's like to be frustrated and move past it. I want my boys to know what it's like to struggle and move past it. So they've got to see me do it. In the midst of my breakdown, I decided as I was coming through it, I'm going to start competing again. Because I have rules for my kids. We made rules. Rule number 1, you have to do jiu-jitsu. Rule number 2, you have to swim. Rule number 3, you have to look people in the eye, demand respect, and respect them back. Rule number 4, if you're scared, you still have to do it. Rule number 5, we make our money work for us. We do not work for our money. And rule number 6, if my brother goes down, I go down. Ride or motherfucking die. That will be a podcast on its own. So anyway, I decided to start competing again. Why? Rule number 4. Rule number 4 for my boys. Be scared. Do it anyway. My boys got to see me be scared, be nervous, not be unsure of what the future of that day was going to hold, and still get out there and do it. They get to see it. I don't just get to tell them to go do it. I have to show them what that fucking looks like. I have to show them what it looks like. Not tell them what it looks like. Too often we want to tell, hey, Kanan, go do this. Be scared and do it anyway, Kanan. Be scared and do it anyway. But you're not being scared and doing it anyway. So why the fuck should your kid? He will or she will for a little bit, And then what? And then what? And then when they get old enough, they're gonna go, oh, huh? What did I see my dad do? Hmm. My dad never put pressure on himself. I never got to see my dad be scared and be it anyway. So I had to say, fuck that noise. I just say, fuck that noise. I'm the leader of a couple thousand jiu-jitsu members. I'm at the top. That's a lot of pressure to go compete again in front of them. But I had to do it because I wanted to. Because why? Because it lined up with my vision. Because it had a why to it. What else do I do? What else do I get to do? What else do I have the pleasure, by the grace of God, to do? I have the pleasure to take a day for myself. Sometimes I want to go skiing, and I go without those little bastards. Without those little fuckers. I go by myself with my friends because adults need adult time. It's okay. You need some time for you. We miss that sometimes. We miss that sometimes, and it's a balance. Don't go too crazy with that. But man, you need some time for me anyway, to do my thing. And I like to ski, so I go skiing. And of course, I take my kids skiing and my wife skiing. We all go. I don't take them. We do it together. We make it happen. But everything that I do in my life points back to what is the best adult. How does the best adult look? And you just have to decide what that is. You have to go, do I want my kid to act like this in every instant? And a lot of the times this is where it gets difficult. It's easy to do it. It's much easier to do it in front of your children. In front of your children, it's easy because they're there, they're seeing you. Where it's hard is when they're not there, when they're gone, when they're gone, maybe you had to take a trip and they're gone for a couple of days and you're like, oh yeah, I'm going to go pop off, baby. I'm going to let loose, pop off. It's fine. Go ahead. Do your thing. You got to take a trip, let loose. But is this how you want your child to be? Is this what you want your child to do? When you're at work and how you speak to somebody else, how you speak to your employee or your boss, how you speak to a waitress or a waiter or your cab guy. Nobody takes a fucking cab anymore, do they? Uber or Lyft, Is this how you want your child to talk to this person? And you can say, hey, but they're not there. Yeah, they're not there this time. But you can't help it. Because when they are there, you're going to slip up. You're going to slip up. If this is who you are deep down inside, if you only treat your waiter or your waitress nicely when your kids are there, and other than that, when you're out with the bigwigs that you socialize with, you act like a fucking baller, and this person's beneath you. Guess what? That your kid's gonna see that. You can't hide that from your child. You can't hide that from people. That's who you are. That's what you do. That will come out. That will bleed into your whole life, and they will see that. They will see that. So, what does that mean? That means that every day, every moment of my life, I have to be looking at my why. Everything has to be pointed to my why, best parent possible. And then everything from there gets pointed at the how. Show them. I have to demonstrate it. I have to live that every single fucking day, every moment that I'm awake. Every single day, every moment that I'm awake. One more time. Every single day, every fucking moment that you're awake, I have to be the best parent possible. That's what I've got to do. And if I'm not doing that, and look, like I said, I miss. And when I miss, I go, I got to put a hard stop on it. I got to put a hard stop on it. Take ownership for it right away. It's no one else's fault. It's never my wife's fault. It's not my wife's fault. Look, I'll give you a quick example of when it's not my wife's fault. My wife, we have a dog. My dog is fucking difficult. It's a purebred pit bull. He's a purebred pit bull. He is difficult. He is high drive, and we have some issues, and we're trying to fix them. My wife and I go to therapy. We go to therapy even when things aren't wrong. We'll talk about that a little more, But we're in therapy. The last time we're in therapy, we're arguing about the dog. She feels one way. I feel the exact opposite. She says something she knows isn't true, but she says it just to push the buttons. We both do this. She said the dog was inbred. And I looked at her and I was like, that's a fucking lie. And you know it. Well, let me tell you how well calling someone a liar in therapy goes. Yeah, not well. So anyway, we're just scrapping. Next 20 minutes. Next 20 minutes. And I can't get out of my head. I'm like, God damn, I can't believe she fucking said that. And she knows that's not the truth. She knows the dog's not fucking inbred. And I'm just livid. And then I had a pause in my head. And I'm like, God damn it, Eliot. You let what somebody said affect how you act and feel. Is that what I want my kids to do? And the answer is no. So I had to take a hard pause in therapy. And I have to say, hey, sorry for losing my cool. My bad. Even though I feel like she's the one who started the causing me, but that doesn't matter. It's my fault. It's my fault that I lost my cool because it's my cool. It's not her cool. That's how I want my kids to act. That's what I want my boys to do. As soon as I would rather them not lose their cool, but we know it's going to happen. But as soon as they realize the mistake, what do? You own that shit. You own it right away because that's what the best adult looks like. Right there is what the best adult looks like. So you got to pop off of it. Come off of it. Why? Because my vision is the best parent possible. How am I going to do that? Show them. Show them what the best parent possible. Man, my kids aren't in therapy with me. It's just me and my wife sitting there and the therapist. It's just the three of us. They would never know. They would never know that happened. But that doesn't matter. That has nothing to do with the fucking fact. So guys, what do we need? We need a why the fuck, not a what the fuck. Too often it's what the fuck, man, or how the fuck, or what do I want? Wrong answer. Wrong thing. Why do you want it? After you get the why do you exist? Then the what is fucking simple. I didn't say it was easy. You're going to have to work. You're going to have to grind. You're going to have to be scared and do it anyway. You're going to have to do things that you don't want to fucking do, which will never happen actually, because why? It will line up with your why. So there never comes anything that you don't want to do. Never. It doesn't fucking happen. You wake up every day. I'll tell you what I do. I wake up every day. I meditate. I thank the universe. And then I just say the impediment of action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. The obstacle is the way. So whatever happens, I know that it's going to be good. Why? I'm trying to be the best parent possible. I'm trying to be the best parent possible. Guys, that's all we got today. Episode 1 of the gospel. I don't know that it's right. The gospels don't know that they're right. They're just accounts of hopefully ways to live better lives. And that's what this is. We're just going to live the best life possible. All right, guys, I'm out for today. Hey, guys, thanks for listening to this episode of The Gospel of Fire. Hit me up on my social media at FireMarshal205 on both Twitter and Instagram. Give me a follow at my fan page on Facebook, Eliot the Fire Marshal. Give a subscribe on iTunes, on Stitcher, wherever you're listening. Throw a review up there. We'd greatly appreciate it. We'll see you on the next episode.